It's the most professional played game in all of baseball.
Oh.
Yes. So it's professional. I had Minnesota Twins contact me, and they wanted me to come and try out for their team. So, you know, this is very important, right? Kind of exciting. So I went. There was probably maybe 400 other players there, and they only signed one player to a contract. Unfortunately, it wasn't me. But I had much success through sports. It gave me much self-esteem, something that I wasn't able to get so much at home. When I tell you this story, always realize how important you are. If you have a big family, that you are close to each other. So, at the age of 19, at the age of 19, I became diabetic. Can you believe it? I'm an athlete, I'm very healthy, and I became diabetic at the age of 19. It was horrible. I was what was called a very brittle, they call it brittle diabetic. And that means that you are not able to regulate your blood sugars very well. Your blood sugars are always up and down, and that's not healthy. So 30 years later, my kidneys failed. Now, if you can imagine, when I am younger and I'm playing athletes and my self-esteem very high, I go to work, I'm working maybe 30 years, my self-esteem is good, I'm a good employee, working very hard, but my kidneys fail. Now I have to stop working. Boy, you talking about being hit. I mean, that hit me hard in my heart and mostly in my self-esteem. My self-esteem way low. Yes. So I have a young son at that time, and he's seven years old when my kidneys failed. And he's going to school, at a private school in the U.S. And he brings home a brochure about coaching hockey in his school. And they have many teams. And if on the brochure it said, if you want to be an assistant coach, check this box. So of course I checked the box. Maybe it gives me an opportunity to get from where I am, my self-esteem to be lifted, maybe, right? Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So I sign it and I check mark the box, sign my son up to play, and I receive a phone call from the league. And the league says, we have too many players. Can you please coach? Oh, now my self-esteem a little bit, right? And I said, of course, I would be happy to coach. I've been playing hockey for 40 years. I have much experience to teach the children, right? So I'm thinking, my self-esteem rising, right? And I'm thinking that this is a blessing. This is a true blessing from Allah. So my heart has a different approach to coaching. I learned, because my self-esteem is so low, that I want to lift up my players' self-esteem. Yeah. I was so blessed. I didn't worry about winning or losing games. I worried about the success of my players and making sure that every little success, how small it was, and I wanted to lift them up, let them know how proud I was. No matter how well they did, I made them know that I was very proud of them. So we lost every game. We lost every game. We sure did. We sure did. But it was okay. At the end of the season, what I learned at the end of the season, we have our last practice, right, before our last game. And I call all my players in off of practice 30 minutes before practice is over. And I bring them and I sit them in front of me. And I call each one out by name. I put my arm around them. And I said, Tom, I just want you to know how proud I am and how well you did this season. I go over about his good moments, talk about him, lift him up. And at that time we had one parent watching, and we had one grandparent watching. I'm speaking to all the children one at a time, right? Lifting their spirits, lifting themselves up, lifting their self-esteem, right? So the next season comes, start a new season. I go back to the league and I ask the league, can I please have my players back from last year? And they look, but you lost every game. You lost every game. So it's okay. I would like to have my players back from last year. Because in my heart, I want to take the opportunity to share with his children what it means to have success. Not about winning and losing. Success comes from inside of your heart. It's how you feel about each one of you, right? This is success. Amen? Yes. So, the next year, what I learned is that the children, because I lift up their self-esteem, they're very hungry. They're hungry to learn more about hockey. Oh, well, 40 years of experience, right? So I teach them little things. How to use your foot to kick the puck over to your stick. Little things that other coaches were not teaching the children. I've taught my children to capitalize on the opposing team's mistakes. Remember, we lost every game first year, right? So the second year, last practice again, I call all my players in, they all sit down again. This time, I have maybe 4 parents and maybe 2 grandparents listening. I call one player out at a time again, lifting them up in front of the players, in front of their families. Each one separate, each one different, each one different. So the next year, we win half of our games.
Wow.
We win 10, we lose 10. Right? Half. Big success, right? We're winning and losing. But we weren't worried about that because I just wanted to raise and lift the children. But the children came back in season 3 and they were hungry. Oh, coach. They're all coming around. Coach, high five, coach, high five. We missed you, coach, we missed you. I speak to them, I missed you too. I'm so excited to see you again. Yes. So again, same approach. I take the same approach just as I did the years before, right? And this time, we win every game.
Wow.
Every game. Yes, we win every game. And you know what? Season 4, season 5, and season 3, undefeated. We not lose a game in 3 years. We did not lose a game in 3 years. But it's not about winning and losing, right? So, if you can imagine, same thing. I bring my kids off the floor 30 minutes before time is over, and I lift them up again. But this time, people watching, both parents, brothers and sisters, cousins, grandmas and grandpas, all came to see me lift up these children. Can you see the success that's happening?
Yeah.
Can you see that we're growing a bond to each other? Can you see how important it is to have high self-esteem?
Yeah.
And if you have the opportunity to raise that self-esteem of someone, you understand? Remember my childhood and being in my home, not receiving much self-esteem, right? But I received it through sports. And I applied what I learned when I was a child to these players that I'm coaching now. Big success story in my life. Very unique to me. I have players today. I have Facebook. And I receive letters from my players. Now they are 24 years old. I receive letters from them. Thank you, Coach. Thank you for teaching me to play the game of life. And more importantly, thank you for teaching me about life. Can you imagine from there to here? Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
I took something that was negative and I made something positive. Right? I have a new kidney. I have a new pancreas. Right? I'm helping. Allah has made me very successful. So what do you think is the closest thing to my heart? What would you say is the closest thing to my heart?
Family and friends.
Say again?
Family and friends.
Somebody else? Anyone? It's having the opportunity to speak to you as young people. Yes, yes. Because of where I was, it was the children. I look at the children from then even until now while I have an opportunity to speak. I am not a professional speaker. I'm just a typical person that knows English. At the mosque, we have a coffee cafe attached to the mosque. So after praying, I go in and have a cup of coffee. And while I'm having a cup of coffee, I have a man and a lady come in, and they sit down where I'm sitting, and I pull chairs around for them, and they sit down. And the gentleman does not speak English very well. And the lady, she spoke broken English. And they asked me, they said, introduce themselves, and I introduced myself to them. And they said, would you be willing to come and speak to students in our school? What do you think that did to my heart? After what I've been through, and how much I enjoyed speaking to students, what do you think I said?
Yes.
What do you think I said?
Sure.
Yes, absolutely. Please, pull me. I'm coming. Yes, of course. Yes. So this is how I got here. Allah is always watching us. Always. Right? Yes. He knows where we are. He knows us. He knows what we need. Right? Yes. So Allah brought me to this opportunity to be able to speak. And I am so proud to have it. I'm so proud to have it. Yes. I don't speak Indonesian very well. I could probably name on one hand how many words I know. Selamat pagi, selamat sore, selamat malam. Right? Yeah. Apa kabar? Assalamualaikum. That's almost all. But I'm learning more. Trying to learn more all the time. I want to be successful. Success is easy for me if I can talk to students and if I have the opportunity to lift spirits. and lift self-esteem to the students. This is success for me. My family here in Indonesia, they're Indonesian people. And they tried to teach me English. They tried to teach me Indonesian language. And you know, the first word they taught me,
What is it?
goblok. Can you believe that? My family teaches me goblok. Can you imagine me not knowing what goblok means?
But now you know.
Family knows. So can you imagine me stepping out of my home and neighbor comes outside and I say, "Selamat pagi, goblok." Can you imagine me saying that? It's crazy, right? Crazy. How are you, goblok?
Almost stimulation.
Yes. Yes. This was my first word that I used. Goblok. It's funny, right? Yes, but not really. Because I didn't understand what the word was. Yeah. Afterwards, I didn't. Hello, neighbor. Pagi. But life changes every day, right? And we have the opportunity when we wake up in the morning to have a good day or a bad day. My 7-year-old son, at that time, coaching hockey, is now 24. And I taught him something when he was young. Remember my background in my home when I'm young. I told my son when he's young in school, never be afraid to say hello to someone with a smile. I said, because that can change the entire day of that person. Maybe that person is having a bad day. And you give that beautiful Indonesian smile and you say, "Good morning." It makes that person feel so much better. Maybe they have good success that day just because of your good morning. Yeah. So I have been a very blessed person. I did not seek to become an English speaker, but I am so proud and so happy that Allah saw my blessings that He gave to me when I'm teaching and coaching children, to teach me as a young child and not receiving self-esteem at home. He saw that as a young child and brought me all the way to where I am today. Right? If you think about this, when I was a young child and never received self-esteem at home, now look at me. I'm having the opportunity to do something that I love, to talk to you. Yes. There are two opportunities in life that you will receive when it comes to working. You may have an opportunity to work for a big company and make much money. But maybe that company is not a good company. Maybe because they are so big that they cannot personalize themselves with their employees. Maybe that company is rush, like U.S. And you don't feel that satisfaction. Maybe you come home tired. Oh, I have to cook dinner. Oh, please no. Right? But you're making a lot of money. You're making much money. Or you may have an opportunity to work at a job that you love. that brings you much self-worth in your heart, that lifts your spirit, makes you feel very happy. But maybe you don't need much money. Which job would you prefer? Which job would you want? Anybody answer? Which job would you take?
Probably the one that I enjoy.
I'm sorry?
Probably the one that I enjoy more than
Amen. Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I agree. There's something about working in a job. You can be successful because success is within you, right? It's something that you hold in your heart. Your successes may not have the same meaning as my successes, right? But they're successful to you. And if that job makes you feel successful, makes you feel like good about yourself when you come home. Come home to a happy home, right? Instead of coming home from a very busy work week, maybe you're not so happy when you get home. You have to work right away, right? It can be very difficult. Yes. So I have given you a pretty good overview of my life and my story. And I am very happy because God has given me a great gift to speak to you. He has brought me a long way to health, be healthy, and having the opportunity to talk to you. Making children of my success, part of my success. Wow. Wow, that's awesome stuff. Yeah. Is there anyone in here that would like to tell me a little bit about them? Maybe share a little bit about yourself? It can be anything. It doesn't have to be. It can be anything. Anything.
Yang mau share tentang dirinya sendiri, perkenalan dirinya itu mau.
I am
Stand up, stand up ini. Coba biar kedengaran. Nah,
Hello, I am Anifa. I am 13 years old. I like the color pink. I love to draw. I love to dance. And I think that's all.
Do you play an instrument? Do you love to sing?
I can kind of play the piano.
Okay.
I love to play the piano. It just lights up my mood.
Very good. Very good. Don't lose your love for playing the piano. If you have a true love for it, because it's something you can always come back to. Yes. Yes. Very good. Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, very good. Very good. I'll tell you a story real quickly about my son. I love my son. When he was born, I think I could have stood there and held him in the delivery room. I had a chance to hold him. And I feel like I could have done it for the rest of my life. He was just such a beautiful child. And when he turned 10, I went and bought him a guitar for really no reason, except for that I bought one also. And it was my hope that we could learn to play the guitar together. Something a father-son thing, right? But I got busy and moved away from thinking about playing the guitar. And he was young, 10 years old. He was playing video games and playing sports, having friends from school. So I kept telling him, you know, son, don't ever forget about the guitar. Because if you learn to play, especially guitar, it's something you can carry with you all the time, right? And I said, if you learn to play, it's something that you can take with your friends and all sit around singing songs. It's an enjoyable thing, a relaxing thing. So when he turned 13, we started hearing guitar coming from his room. I didn't want to go because I didn't want him to stop listening. So he started playing guitar on his own. He taught himself how to play. And one of these days, I have a clip of him singing and playing the guitar that maybe I will have an opportunity to show you. But sometimes things take a long time for happening. Think about me where I was, and now I'm 65 years old, and look where I am now speaking to you. Sometimes it takes a long time, but you just have to keep pushing. Yes, keep pushing, and your success will come. Every day you have success. What was the student's name?
Gia.
Again? Again?
Gia.
Gia? Gia?
Maybe she left
Maybe Gia fell asleep. No? Gia?
Oh, maybe she had to take care
Maybe
of
he needs to refresh. Maybe he needs to refresh.
Let me just.
Yeah, she's here. Yeah. Unmute yourself, please. Ya, kedengeran nggak? Coba di-unmute.
Kedengeran di sekolah depan,
Oke, ya.
Is she on the
tapi
screen?
waktu itunya kemana?
Hello.
Kameranya.
Hello, Gia.
Halo? Halo?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Good. I wish you were here with us. We hope that you get to feeling better soon. Yes?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Did you have an opportunity to hear my story?
I actually didn't hear anything from the start.
Okay. All right. Well, someday, maybe when you come back, I will have an opportunity to speak to you about it. Okay?
I hope so.
Okay. Very good. It's good to see you. Okay, I'm going to go back to class and talk again. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Anybody else want to share anything about themselves? Anyone?
Hello, my name is Jenna, and I'm 13 now. Favorite color? Favorite color? My favorite color is maroon right now because
Blue?
maroon.
Maroon. Okay.
Yeah, like red maroon. I don't know. I just like the color.
Sure.
And I like drawing, singing, and I would really love to learn playing bass,
Okay.
like the guitar bass. Yeah.
Yes.
But now I just want to focus on singing first and my drawings, and I really love the characters that I made, And
And do you have brothers and sisters?
I do have brothers and sisters. Yeah.
Okay. So how many total in your family? Children?
For children, it's 4. I'm the youngest.
Oh, you're the youngest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So you get to wear, if you're like me when I was young, you get to wear all the clothes from your...
yeah, sometimes I would go to my sister's room and sometimes I would beg for her for giving me her clothes because her clothes are very, very nice and yeah. Sometimes I don't want to waste money.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Very good. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, very good. Yes.
No problem.
Anyone else want to share? It's okay. It's okay.
I want to share.
I'm not going to. Come on.
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, my name is Nafisha Al-Ahza. You can call me Ahza or Za. I am 14 years old now because I was born in of March 2008. My favorite colors are blue, green, and then my hobby is swimming, traveling, doing archery, and also reading. And I have a big dream. I want to be a doctor.
A dream about what?
I want to be a doctor.
Oh, very good. Yes, very good. Yes. Amen. Amen. Where do you do your archery at?
I usually do my archery when I was still in elementary school, but now I do it in extracurricular. What do I say? I don't know.
What activities?
Yeah, talent activities in the school.
Thank you. Yes, very good. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Very interesting. You sound like you're very well versed. You have many different avenues. Yeah, it's good. Very good. Yes. Anyone else want to share?
Can I?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Agustus. You can call me Martha. I was born in Jakarta, 27 July 2008, and now I am 40 years old. My hobbies are drawing, listening to music, and my favorite colors are. I would say I love dark colors like black, dark blue, or something that goes to black, to dark.
Okay.
And then I am the eldest from. I have one younger sister.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. So, do you like dark red? You like the color dark red?
Not really, but I
Okay.
would say that I love dark colors or
Okay.
something that's thunder color.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Very good. Thank you for
That's
sharing.
all. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone? Everybody's looking. No? It's okay. Maybe next time.
Hello, my
Hello.
name is Hamza. AALCA. I am 14 years old. I like cats, hearing music, and reading. I have 2 sisters. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, very good. Very good. Now I know, yes. I know that you guys love to sing, right? Who? Most ladies all love to sing, yes? Yes? Yes?
No.
Yes. No?
Yes.
You can sing. I know you can sing. Teacher, can you sing? Yes, you can. Come on. Yes. I learned last week was the first week that I was here at your school. And I learned last week from one of the classes that there's a new dance, some kind of a new friendly dance or something like that. Does anybody know this? It's like yeah.
Is it like a TikTok dance or like?
I learned it last week, and I'm trying to find out if it's real or not. I don't know whether they were playing a game on me or what. But I had the entire class up, and we were all dancing to it. And they said the name, and it had something to do with Indonesian friendship or something like that.
Friendship dance?
The dance is kind of, in the U.S. we use the term corny. Have you ever heard the word corny before?
Oh, yeah.
Weird? Have you ever heard the word weird before? Strange? Have you heard strange before? No? Well, the dance goes like this, and I just wanted to know if anybody recognizes it because I want to see you get up and dance. So I'm going to do it. I know you're going to laugh at me, but that's okay. It's okay. Okay, so are we ready?
Yes.
I don't remember how the music Anyone know those dance? No?
That's the chicken dance.
No, not the chicken dance. This was supposedly it's a new song, a new dance. And the students were the ones that brought it to me. They asked me, and I had all of them up, and we were dancing it. And they said it was a particular friend. In fact, the teacher even knew what it was. But I can't remember the name. I've been trying to remember the name ever since. Yes.
Which part of the school is dancing?
This was maybe fourth graders.
Fourth graders.
Fourth? Yeah. So I know you know how to do hokey pokey, right? Yes, I know. Maybe it's called something different. So why don't we stand in a circle and we'll all play the hokey pokey game?
Hokey pokey?
Yeah.
Can you maybe...
That's what we call it in the U.S., but I know that you know what it is.
I kind of can, but I know the word, but like I don't.
I will begin, okay? And I just ask that everyone stand up for me. Everyone stand up for me, please. Teacher, you want to join us, please? Okay, I know you know this. I very well know you know it. And you'll jump right in, okay? I'm going to start with my right hand, okay? Ready? You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in, and you shake it all around. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. So what do you call that in Indonesia? What do you call that
Maybe
song?
hokey pokey too? Yeah, I think it's the same.
Same song?
Yeah, because
Same?
I
Hokey pokey.
in the garden too.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you for sharing. Yes.
And the time is up.
It's over?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone want to have a seat again, or I want to meet you. Okay, is that okay? Good to meet you today. Yes, very good to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming today. I enjoyed myself speaking to you. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, I hope to see you guys soon. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Have a good rest of your day.